Hi and welcome to my video. So if you're watching this, you either have a problem with the door on your Neff oven, so a slide and hide door, as it's come off the rails like mine did, or the front of the glass is broken, as this one is. So we had the slide and hide door come off the runners, and then I tried to put it back in a bit of a rush, not really knowing how to do it, and the glass got caught and shattered. Now, a new glass is about £126 depending on where you buy it. I'll put the link in the description. It's also on eBay. Shop for Spares is the shop name, and it was £126.35. And the reason why I bought it is because I had a look to see what the back looked like, to see if it matched the back that I had, because I didn't really fancy gluing on these brackets. And another good thing here is in the description, if you click on that, you have this drop down, and then you can choose the actual make and the model number of your Neff slide and hide oven. Now, as you can see, there are many there, and that way you know that it will fit your oven. I'll show you how to find the model number of your Neff slide and hide oven in a second. To find the model number of your Neff slide and hide, as you open a door, as if you were going to lock it open, and then just here is the model number. Okay? So I've ordered the new door, and before it arrived I had a look how it all went together, hoping it was possible to put the new door in. I think there's about 4 layers of glass in there. So the one on the right obviously is the good one, and the one on the left was with the shattered glass. So let's have a look about how to prepare and how to change that glass over. So you need like a flat, round, bladed object. A 1p might do it, but it's a bit fiddly. So I'm using this butter knife here, child's butter knife, Spider-Man. And you open the door so it's slightly ajar, and you push this in and turn the dial towards the inside of the oven. And same on the other side. So as you see, it's not locked and it's pointing out. If we turn it that way, it's now pointing in. So now the oven is locked. As you see here, like that, it won't slide and hide. The next step is to remove the door. So that was a matter of pulling it this way slightly and that way. If you've got to pull it too hard, you're forcing it and it won't work. So now I've removed the door, I've put it on the table. I'm now about to unbox the new glass that goes on the exterior. So this is the new one, and it looks identical to the previous one. So that's good news. I was worried because obviously 2 ovens next to each other will really show up any differences. And there's a hole here for these to go in, but these are bolted on to the back of the door and glued on. Right, let's start dismantling. So here on both sides there's this little push-in thing. So push that in. And that removes the rear glass. These are the push-in things here. So it's quite easy to remove. This is the internal sheet of glass for cleaning. Obviously if you do clean it, it wants to be dry before putting it back in, otherwise you'll get drip marks coming down. So now we need a T30 piece, which is this one here. Oh, it's a T20. T20. This is quite a handy tool. I'll put the link in the description for this one as well. This go between this glass and the inner glass of the oven. They can get caught, you see. That's the second. The third. And the fourth. And that's your T20 screws. It goes on the top, the sides, and the bottom. Okay, now we need to loosen off the springs. So you can do that by just loosening the pressure and pulling them off. And here as well, loosen the pressure and pulling them off. So now the springs have both been detached. So now this is the second layer of glass from the inside. And you notice there's an arrow pointing here, matching up with the arrow here. So you know which way round it goes. And this is the layer of glass with the rubber on the side. I'm just putting that on top of the internal glass. So this is the third layer of glass. And then what's broken is the fourth, the outer layer. Now we can remove the mechanism and take this glass away. So this is the third layer, and the arrows here, which matches up to there to show you which way around it goes. And I put that on top of the second. Now this is where the fourth layer would have been the replacement. So they've come off, and also they're mounted onto here. Onto these side bits. Now they come on here like that. Obviously a lot easier with the piece of glass in place to put back together again. So if we remove those, see, it just slides like that. And we'll just pop that off. And we'll get the replacement glass and put it back in its place. Okay, to get it on, you get this piece in here, and then slide it, and then this piece goes over the top here, and then that one just sits in this hole here, no clip, because there's a screw that goes on. Like that. A little bit fiddly, but if you've got it right, it will just go in, so you don't need to force it, see? See, that's not going in at all. But if you go a little bit further, it just drops in. And there's the screw screwing into here to hold this one on. Right, so now that's the front cover put on. We need to reattach the mechanism, which can be a faff. So the front glass goes underneath these. And like I said, no forcing is needed. It should just sit in there nicely. The mechanism runs straight down here. Straight down here. Make sure you haven't lost this spring. And make sure the spring's attached so you're not lost. And then you get the mechanism and balance it in place. Now on the spindle, there's this little hole, and that's where the lug goes in. Easy mistake to make. These go this way round. So now you can easily turn them, the spindles round to match those, and here, and then attach the spring to the bottom hook on the external glass. That's one. And then the second one. And then attach it properly onto the bracket at the bottom of the external glass. And there we go. That's the mechanism back together. Okay. So the arrow lines up with the arrow on the glass. And then this aluminium one line lifts up. And then the stainless lugs go in behind. And they pop out the top. Here and here. Which holds it all together. So this goes on top and this goes underneath, like that. These bottom screws go into that bracket that's not attached, that holds the whole thing together, which is connected to the outer glass. Just a bit of a wobble to get it in. There we go. Now let's pinch the other ones because they're done loose, just so I can adjust it. Just tight, not over tight. You can see everything because I had them on loose. Now I'm pinching them in, it's all sort of slotting into the place. And there we go. I have this bracket here, which holds onto here and pushes the glass into place. So now the third piece of glass from the front, line it up with the arrow and have the rubber strips coming out as before. Those little metal brackets help hold it in, up here and here as you squeeze it in. And that fits in there nice and tight. And then you've got your rubber grommets here and here. And now for the fourth layer of glass, the inner sheet. So at the top, underneath this aluminium piece is the stainless steel piece. So that will slide in there. As you can see. This needs to be above here. Otherwise, the fourth piece of glass doesn't go in. So try to avoid this mistake. If you do something like that, just undo these two screws. And before, if it doesn't fit, don't force it. That way you can pay the 120 quid door. Right, so that comes out. That goes back in. That goes on top. That makes sense. The lug sits in there and holds it tight. Okay, that pinches in. So the steel bit goes on top of the aluminium piece. Okay, so now we're ready to receive the inner glass, the fourth layer. How completely overcomplicated, just for an oven door. So that fits so much better. It lines up. And then just down here and here are the lugs that help it hold in. Much better from this angle. So you've got the lug, you just push it in, and that will clip in. And the other side, that's clipped in. Now ready to put back on the oven. So as before, we've got these brackets locked into position using these grey things that I've pushed that way with the butter knife. And there it is, held in place. So now we need the butter knife. So the first one is here, and we make it point outwards to unlock it. And this one too, make it point outwards. Now it's unlocked. So now it should work. Lovely. Stop it coming off the rails, open it straight and in the middle, and it shouldn't come off the rails. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this video was useful, and please hit that like and subscribe button. Also check the description. I'll put the links in for the tools I used, and also the place where I got the replacement glass. I did have a look online, went eBay and all these other places, but there was an ovens spare parts website that had fast delivery, and also it was the cheapest. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.